Hi everyone, today I want to share with you a trick that I do when getting a split nail. Um, Unfortunately, this past weekend I did get a split on my fingernail on my thumb on my right hand, and I'm not sure how I got it, but as I was washing my hair today, my hair got hold of my nail on the split and made it a little bit bigger. So yeah, I wasn't too happy with that because I was planning to fix it before it got even bigger, but it did. So that's something you do have to look at when you get a split nail. When you notice it, fix it right away because it will get bigger. It will split even more if you continue to, do your normal things around the house or at work or stuff like that. Yeah, it will get bigger and you won't be able to save it, and you'll just have to at the end have to cut your whole fingernail off. So, if it's more than, I say, a third of your nail, the split, yeah, it's probably no good to save. So, something like this size, it's good, and you need to catch it right away. So, I'm going to go ahead and show you the method I use, which is something I figured out on my own. It was about almost 2 years ago when I started growing out my own nails, was acrylics. And I did use the tea bag method, but for me personally, it just didn't seem to work out. It wasn't strong enough. I didn't really like how it looked like when I finished putting it on, and when I applied my nail polish, it just looked really bumpy. I just didn't like how it looked. So this was another way I figured out on my own. So I'm going to go ahead and share you that trick with you. What you pretty much basically need is the basic stuff to do acrylic nails, which is you'll need a primer. And this one is Natural Nail from IBD. And this one I got at Sally's. You also need a Prep and Clean dehydrant. Now, if you don't have anything like this, go ahead and use alcohol. This is pretty much just to clean your nail off. And you'll use this before you put on your primer. Okay, and then the stuff that I'm using, it's actually my first time using this, is the Kiss brand, and I got this at Big Lots for about $4 or $5, and it came into like a little set, and this is what it came. It was with this and a brush and a little nail filer, which it disappeared. I can't see where it's at, and yeah, so I'm going to see how that works, see if it works out for me. Paper towel to clean off any excess off the brush. And I'm going to go ahead and get started. Now, my main focus is going to be on the split nail. I don't think I'll put the acrylic all over my nail. I'm just going to focus on this area. Put a good thin layer, not too thin, not too thick layer. Focus more on this side, and then once it's dried, I'm just gonna file it, buff it to where the acrylic just blends into my natural nail. So yeah, so go ahead and just get your brush full of the liquid acrylic. Take out any excess, go ahead and dip it again to saturate that whole brush. And then you just grab a ball of acrylic, and I'm going to do this with my left hand because I'm a righty, but I'm going to do my best on my right hand. Now, I already filed, prepped everything to to my nail. I even trimmed my nail before. See, as you can see, it's shorter, so it wouldn't take so long for this split to grow out. So you just pretty much make a small layer try not to go over your cuticle area. This will probably be the last one that I do. And before I finish, I recommend sealing the free edge of your nail. I'm gonna pull back my skin here. And that's pretty much what I do to save matte split nail. Go ahead and let it dry for a good 4 or 5 minutes, and I'll come back to buff out the acrylic. Okay, it has been about 5 minutes. I let that dry. You can tell make sure it's completely dry. The way you can tell is when you hit on it, it makes that clicking sound, and that's when you know it's completely dried. What I'm using is a medium coarse nail filer and a fine grit. This is the medium grit and this is a fine grit. The medium will be for the acrylic and the fine one will be for the natural nail. When I get this edge here blending out to the natural nail, because you want to be careful with your natural nail and not remove layers off of your own natural nail, because that will really damage your nail bed. So I'm going to go ahead and just start filing and making things look nice, which doesn't take too much actually, because I didn't go for a thick layer of acrylic. So it shouldn't take too long to file and shape. Now with the fine coarse one nail filer, I'm gonna go into this area and buff it so it can go look a lot smoother into the natural nail. And you just want to keep on doing this until you see it or feel it actually smooth out into your natural nail, the acrylic to your natural nail. And don't overdo it because you will have a top coat which will just blend out that line. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish this off, and I'll show you the end look of it. Before I forget, you do want a white block to buffer to buff off the acrylic to make it completely smooth. Now I went ahead and washed my hands, and this is how it looks like without any base coat or polish. It's pretty smooth. You can tell just a little bit where it starts from the acrylic and compare it to my natural nail. Show you the thickness is just a slightly thicker looking nail here than compared to the other side. But I'm going to go ahead and put a base coat. This is my favorite one that I've been using for a while now. So I'm going to go ahead and put a coat of that. And that is it. You are done with fixing your split nail. I really like this method. Makes it look very natural. You pretty much can't really tell that you have acrylic on. I'll go ahead and post a picture of my painted nails at the end so you can see how that looks like when nail polish is applied. And I hope you found this very helpful. If you have any questions, please comment down below and I will try my best to answer your questions. But thanks for watching. You guys take care. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.